is it?
It's me. I forgot my blanket. Hey, John, you're up.
Yo, Dan, come on, TeleGrande Future, let's go, we're running late.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of TeleGrande. I'm John Davies along with my co-host Chris Swisher, and this is the 28th annual holiday edition of TeleGrande. Chris?
Well, welcome to the, Oh, what happened to TeleGrande? It used to be so good.
Dan, TeleGrande was never that good.
Well, what happened to me? I mean, in 30 years, that's what I'm gonna look like? That's nothing like me.
Dan, weren't you paying any attention? That's not even you, that's Chris Swisher. You die.
When?
Soon. Happy holidays, everybody! TeleGrande away.
Well, how soon is soon?
Well, guys, great job in the final episode.
Yeah, thanks.
I can't believe anyone actually thought that that is going to be the final TeleGrande episode ever.
Oh, I know.
Oh, really?
So, when do you think the next episode is going to be?
I don't know, winter break?
Sounds good to me.
Check plus plus.
All right.
College. Let's go to college.
Yeah, college.
TeleGrande?
Well, they're letting us do a special episode of TeleGrande. I guess we should figure out something to make it about.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
I have no idea.
I wish Dan were here. I mean, he always had the best ideas for these shows, but like.
Actually, why don't we just drive around Wayne and see what's changed since we've been home?
Just like talk about old times, see the old town.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
You know, a lot of things in this town will probably change, but one thing that's not going anywhere, Wawa. Remember that time right about here in the Search for Chris Swisher episode? Well, folks, Dan and I are outside of Wawa Food Mart here in Wayne proper. Now we're just kind of waiting. We were planning the next in between between the movies, and what was originally going to happen. We've got a new course of action, but what was originally going to happen was that Chris Swisher, who we've been chasing for the past couple in-betweens, he was going to walk out this door. He's in there buying chips now, so he can spit them out when he sees us. He was going to walk out this door, take a bite of his chips, see us, spit out the chips all over the place. We were going to get in the TeleGrande mobile and chase Chris Swisher over to that parking lot where we would corner him, shine the headlights on him, apprehend him, and then capture him. Apprehend him and capture him. But anyway, now what we're going to do is just punch him in the face. So let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, that time you punched me in the face?
But anyway, now what we're going to do is just punch him in the face.
Whoa, stop. Let me tell you a little bit about John Davies. John is the only one of us to have appeared in every single episode of TeleGrande. John drives a 1986 Chevy Cavalier covered in punk rock stickers and a big sign that reads TeleGrande on the side. In his younger days, John was known to cruise around Wayne shouting labor slogans at football players.
What do we want?
Higher pay.
What do we want it?
Now.
John didn't go to a single class junior and senior year of high school, and yet was still second runner-up for valedictorian. One time, John watched the Weather Channel for 50 hours straight, and from then on claimed to be able to predict the weather. After going to school in Washington State, living alone for 2 months, John picked up the electric bass and decided to devote his life to music. Next semester, he's going to attend a different school in the Seattle area.
I hope to not get all blowed up.
So, John, how is college going anyway?
It's all right. I'll say it's a lot colder here on the East Coast than it is out in the West, but it's going all right.
Yeah, you have a lot of homework?
Yeah. No, not really, actually.
Yeah, film school's tough, man. I get a lot of homework. Film school rocks, film school rocks. I don't do jack, but my parents don't know. They paid lots of money, but I'm in a gang. Damn.
So, remember last time we were here for the old Natalie Portman Valentine's Day episode?
I do indeed.
It's pretty cold that day, too. So how's that going for you? You and Natalie?
Me and Natalie?
Is that going to happen?
Yeah, we're kind of seeing on different levels recently, but yeah, I think it's kind of breaking apart at this point.
Yeah.
Things are going A-OK with the ladies and me, thanks for asking. So, I figure you deserve to know the truth. I'm not really a women's studies major. Yeah, okay. But I did want to tell you that I really did have a good time tonight. Yeah, okay. Well, I got you these chocolates.
Dan Elordighi was in fact not the original host of the show that would become TeleGrande. As a fill-in for Chris Swisher in the spring of 1998, Elordighi developed a psychotic obsession with the film critic stemming from a lifelong struggle with kleptomania. After an unfortunate string of nervous breakdowns on air and at least one instance of fleeing to Canada, Elordighi was locked away in a mental institution with little hope of ever seeing the light of day. Eventually, he was released and went on to attend New York University Film School.
Yeah, I'm insane.
Nah, yeah, I don't really have any hard feelings toward Dan. I mean, sure, he locked me in a closet, he stole my identity, but after his accident, I just couldn't stay angry. His freshman year at NYU was a bang-up success. Elordighi produced 2 short digital movies to rave reviews by his peers and teachers.
Yeah, I always thought Dan was going to be a pretty good filmmaker. That is, after he got out of the mental institution.
It was during his first year that Elordighi began running with the tough New York Cuban filmmaking gang Los Creadores, fronted by the infamous Chacho Camacho. It was through them that Elordighi met with his unfortunate accident.
Thanks, Batman. Yeah, so anyway, it's been a good year. I think Los Corredores really helped me out. Chacho's got this big New Year's Eve plan, some sort of anthrax party. That's going to be pretty good. I've also got to take some time off to go back in time for the final episode to make sure I avert disaster. Other than that, I'm just going to keep on making movies and see where the future takes me.
You know, John, a lot of stuff in this town has changed and a lot of stuff has stayed the same, but Radnor High School has totally changed. This is not the same school we went to, John.
Not nearly, Chris. But you know, I mean, come on, man, you've changed. You've lost a lot of weight since you've been to college.
Oh, yeah. College.
Chris Swisher is probably the most normal of the bunch. His local television fame began not with TeleGrande, but in fact during his time as a film critic on the weekly cable access News Center 16. In the early days of TeleGrande, Swisher was known for wearing flowery Hawaiian shirts on air, a habit which Dan Elordigui used to his advantage during the period in which he stole the film critic's identity. Swisher's favorite episodes include the Natalie Portman Valentine's special and the Search for Chris Swisher episode.
You know, a lot of people accuse me of being arrogant, but I don't think it's so wrong to really like the episodes in which I figure prominently.
When everyone else went to college, Chris went to some fat camp in New York State. He's also really arrogant.
Just finished up my first semester at Syracuse University.
Chris Swisher? Yeah, I already went to fat camp.
Yeah, I'm in the communications school. I'm thinking of a double major in philosophy, actually, but I'm learning a lot. I'm really having a lot of fun.
His parents told me he's majoring in skinny. I don't really know what that means.
As for the future, Swisher's keeping his options open.
Yeah, I'm basically a communications major, so, what am I going to do with that? Maybe I'll be working at McDonald's in 5 years, or maybe I'll be a famous movie producer. There's really no way to tell.
Yeah, he's probably going to be working in McDonald's in 5 years.
You know what, Chris? Why don't you lay off those for now, all right?
John, you know what? You really ruined this episode.
Me?
We come back from college and get permission to do a special comeback episode, and you totally blew it.
Chris, you're going to have to realize something about TeleGrande and the relationship between you and me.
Relationship? John, what are you talking about?
Chris, you're a lonely high school kid. You wanted to do a TV show. You needed a co-host. You didn't have any friends, so you created me.
John, what are you trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you that we're the same.
John, this is not the same school we went to.
That we're the same person.
And with every show you make, every time you drive the TeleGrande mobile, you're becoming more and more John Davies.
No way. No way. John
Chris, what's wrong?
was on the show. It's not possible.
What?
Now that Dan's gone,
Chris, I'm right here. Chris, look at me. Chris, why won't you look at me? Chris!
Hold him here.
You died.
His unfortunate accident.
I see dead people.
After his accident, I just couldn't stay angry.
They walk around like normal people. Only they don't know they're dead. When they get angry, it gets cold.
Chris, why won't you look at me? Chris!
Hold him here.
They see what they want to see.
I guess I came back here to help out a special little boy. I don't quite know where he is now.
I see dead people. Dan, where are you?
And I just wanted to tell you that you were never just an emergency backup co-host.
Stop.
try.